restart, Justin Grant just fires off way better than Brady Bacon, gets through turns 1 and 2 clean. And that seemed to be the race a little bit there. And it seemed to me, Christy, like it took that 69 car just a couple laps to fire off. Is that what you noticed last night too?
I think that is part of it, and the other piece we have here is that the 21 AZ of Jason Pursley got up alongside the 69 and started racing him. So instead of Brady Bacon being able to chase down Justin Grant and focus on that, he had to fend off from the 21 AZ of Jason Pursley behind him. So there was a lot going on there for second and third, and that kind of just let Justin Grant as the leader pull farther away.
And the track too, phenomenal every time we come here to Knoxville. Very rarely do we see a track, though, with that much character here at Knoxville. In 3 and 4, we saw guys bashing off the curb. There was a little tricky spot down there in turn number 2 that caught out Wesley Smith and Dakota Earls. And overall, Christy, from what you and I have talked about and talking to drivers in the pit area, it was a bit of a different Knoxville than we were accustomed to seeing just for the character alone.
Yeah, I think that we did hear that from several people today, and namely some of the wing drivers as they were, after our feature last night, the original schedule was that the 360 feature would be first, and then the USAC Gainesville National Sprint Car feature would be second, with our Elliott's Custom Trailers and Kart semi-feature event being scratched last night due to some of those incidents that we saw in heat race action. We were able to move our feature up in front of the Wing 360 feature, and I think that if we didn't have that change in schedule, we see an entirely different Knoxville Raceway last night.
And it was a bit of a slider be slid. I don't want to pat myself too much on the back here, but we may have contributed to some charity with Chase Stockin's bumper. By the way, Kent Schmidt doesn't want me saying this, but I love Kent, so I'm not going to listen to Kent. There's some good duct tape ARPA on that race car. But overall, Christy, it was a bit of, to take a Team Ez line, I know we're kind of stealing lines from a bunch of people. It was a bit slide or die last night. It's wet right now. We've seen push trucks packing in the racetrack. They're sideways down the straightaway. And you and I had the great age-old debate of dirt track racing. Is it going to be better to go out early or late in Honest Abe roofing qualifying? What do you think it's going to be tonight?
I think it might be similar to what we saw last night. CJ Leary went out on the later side of things and set Honest Abe roofing fast time. That was the 50th of his career, and he took sole possession of 4th all-time on the quick time list. So I think it'll be a similar racetrack, besides the fact that we do have a lot more sun tonight than we did at this time last night. So it was kind of overcast, gloomy yesterday. Not super hot still, not super windy, just a little bit more sun. So we could see things dry out just a little bit more, leaving less grip later on in qualifying.
Well, let's get into some of the nuts and bolts of the race last night. Justin Grant, big career win. Number 50, he hit the half-century mark, a huge win for Justin Grant. He is now 2 away for Tom Bigelow on the all-time wins list. I believe that's for the 3rd position on all-times win list. And you go back to Brady Bacon. Get this, Christy, a 1st, 2 seconds, and a 3rd in the last 4 races. This is not the same team that we saw early in the season, whereas we'll have a good night. Oh no, they're down and out for 2 nights, and then they get back on the horse. It's kind of turning back into what we normally see from the Macho Man. Yeah,
unfortunately, he did have some of those heavy hitters in the beginning of the year that sort of mired him back in the point standings, but he is making a comeback. If you watch the points carefully, he is climbing his way back up to the Brady Bacon that we know and love, and I think he's got a ways to go, of course, because those early races did take a pretty big hit on his season championship standings, but there's a lot of racing left to do, and Brady Bacon is no doubt one of the best to do it.
And we go through consistency, rounding out the podium last night. Jason Pursley, 3rd consecutive race in the 3rd position, and we talked about it last night. Jason's been good all month of May long as we now move into the month of June. It just feels like it's there, and he had a car to compete last night. We know that team knows how to get to victory lane here at Knoxville.
Gosh, are they knocking on the door or what? I can't believe how close they've come, and they just don't have that little extra bit, and they're missing that one little piece. And of course, I don't know what it is. They don't know what it is. If they knew, they'd be doing it. So, and you know, it might not even be anything that's necessarily missing. It's just a one little tweak or one little incident that needed to go slightly different, because a lot of this is a game of luck. You have to count on your car not breaking. You have to count on the drivers in front of you not getting in your way. There's so much that plays into consistency and efforts, and Jason Pursley is showing that he is able to be consistently a front runner. He just needs a little bit to go his way in order to put it in victory lane.
Let's get through the rest of the top 5. Jake Swanson, last year's winner, and I caught it with Matt Meeks, the manager, as we like to call him, on the 2B Racing entry. They have recently started putting little rubber duckies on the race car, and that's done by Matt Meeks' son, Tucker. That was a new tradition started last night, and Matt told me he told Tucker last night, hey, buddy, you know, if we start running good, this is going to have to become a nightly thing. Have you seen the rubber duckies? Have you said hi to them yet?
I can say that I have not.
You got to meet them. They're very friendly. Very quiet, but very friendly.
I imagine that they're quiet.
Maybe there's a little Toy Story thing over there. Want to also give a shout out to Chase Johnson. He rounded out the top 5. He was kind of the first guy to find the bottom late in the race, but the first national top 5. And kind of hard to believe for a guy that's won in every USAC division out on the West Coast. NARC, he's won with Sprint Car Challenge Tour. You name it out on the West Coast, he's done it. And that was his first national race of the year, last night. A heat race win in a 5th, and like I said, he was kind of one of those first guys to really figure out the bottom.
Well, I don't want to, say anything that I was involved, but I did draw his pill and put him on my dirt draft. So I just want to point that out. But anyway, no, Chase Johnson, really incredible run for the 4J. We saw him kind of coming up through the field, and before you know it, he was in contention for the lead at one point or another in last night's night number 1 of the Avanti Windows and Doors Corn Belt Clash. So I think tonight, probably pretty similar circumstances. I don't imagine they're going to change a whole lot over there.
Let's get into our current point standings now. Logan Seavey, as he has for most of the field now, commands the field. He's made it to the quadruple digits mark, now 1,053 points. CJ Leary, despite the tough night last night, his competitor in points, Kevin Thomas Jr., also had a pretty, we'll call it subpar night. CJ was able to get up into second. Kevin Thomas Jr. down in third. Nason Persley, Brady Bacon. Do want to mention, Christy, you talked about it. Brady Bacon has been making up points. He made up 20 on Logan Seavey last night, so a good night for the Macho Man. Justin Grant with the win moves up +2. Kyle Cummins 7th. Robert Ballou down to an 8th. Mitchell Moles 9th. And Chase Stockin rounding out the top 10. And we'll also continue. I know I say nuts and bolts a lot, and it's kind of the things we like to inform our viewers on. Tonight we'll get into our dirt draft hot laps, and I will mention it now. Christy and I were in a very heated rivalry. I haven't shared my notes with Christy. She hasn't shared her notes with me.
Yes, I have. Yes, I did. I shared my lineup with you.
Well, I haven't showed you notes, and I don't want to toot my own horn, and it's probably going to come back to bite me in the rear. But I was 28th last night, Christy, so I know you were first in a 1v2, so or 1v1, but I'm feeling pretty good about my dirt draft odds, and we might have to keep this beef rolling just for the sake of entertainment.
This seems very one-sided, and I am upset by this. But I just think that in most head-to-head competitions, I almost never lose. I'm just saying.
And Brian Holbert just had to chime in. He said I was 28th out of 25, which is not true, Brian. I was not that far back. Anyway, all dirt draft beefs aside, we'll get into our dirt draft hot laps, then 2 laps for each driver in Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. Going to be a 3-heat format tonight. Top 6 make it into tonight's feature event. 7th on back will be in the Elliott's Custom Trailers and Kart Semi-Feature. Hopefully we don't have to scrap that tonight. And then, Christy, $12,000 for our feature event. This is going to be fun. And the Avanti Windows and Doors Corn Belt Clash, obviously, when you come to Knoxville, it's going to mean a lot to mean it, and Brian Holbert really needs to stop putting in his 2 cents. He's all over the place. But, Brian, you can say it over the PA so the rest of the fans can hear. But anyway, what was I getting to before I was distracted? Yes, coming to Knoxville, it means a lot to win, and whoever wins this tonight not only going to walk away with a big payday, but going to walk away with their own little slice of Knoxville history.
Yeah, and I think winning at Knoxville Raceway is an experience unlike any other. So last night, Justin Grant picked up his 2nd career win at this racetrack, and I think it's just as meaningful every single time, just given the history, the backdrop of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame. There's just no better stage for sprint car racing, and I feel very fortunate, very grateful that we get to bring the Amsoil USAC National Sprint Cars here.
Well, the Packer trucks are working their way around the racetrack. Engine heat should be wrapping up here in a few moments. We're ready to go for the 2024 Avanti Windows and Doors Corn Belt Clash. It's next here on FloRacing.
Check the forecast because it's calling for an eastern storm. The 17th edition hits the East Coast with a total of 6 USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship events and a Silver Crown bonus across 6 nights between June 11th and the 16th in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. It all begins Tuesday in Pennsylvania at Grandview Speedway before venturing across state lines to New Jersey's Bridgeport Motorsports Park on Wednesday. Then it's back to PA for Big Diamond on Thursday and the historic Williams Grove on Friday. A doubleheader arrives Saturday at Port Royal with both USAC Sprints and the Silver Crown Series. Eastern Storm finishes strong with the Sprinters on Sunday at the Bull Ring of Action Track USA. That's 7 USAC national events across 6 nights at 6 tracks on the East Coast, June 11th through the 16th. For more info, visit usacracing.com and we'll meet you in the eye of the storm.
Whatever you drive, however you drive. Amsoil specially engineers lubricants to maximize power, performance, and protection in your vehicles, so you can work hard and play hard with confidence. Order online at amsoil.com.
Race fans, Dirt Draft is your #1 fantasy racing app. Play along with hundreds of events each year featuring the biggest stars in series and racing. Draft your team each race night and compete against hundreds of fans across the country. Or start your private league to battle your friends for the ultimate bragging rights. Accumulate points each race night and cash those points in for top prizes from the biggest brands. Sign up today and learn more at dirtdraft.com or download a Google Play or the App Store. Dirt Draft, your fantasy racing edge.
20 years.
20 years.
20 years.
20 years.
Happy 20th anniversary, Elliott's. Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts is proud to celebrate its 20th anniversary. Centrally located and woman-owned, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts provides a customer-focused buying experience that showcases quality products, craftsmanship, and a first-class sales staff. From the best in golf cart brands, heavy and lightweight trailers, roadworthy RVs, and custom race trailers, Elliott Custom Trailers and Carts can cover all of your recreational vehicle needs.
Congratulations, Elliott. 20 years.
20 years.
20 years.
20 years.
20 years.
Make plans now to join Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts on June 8th as they celebrate their 20th anniversary. Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts is located at 3955 Corridor Drive in Warsaw, Indiana. Can't join Elliott's in person on June 8th? Visit them online anytime at elliott'scustomtrailers.com.
Welcome to NOS Energy Endurance Challenge 2.0. Today's challenge is going to demand everything you've got. This year, the Volkswagen Beetle is back.
Let's go, boys.
Oh, we're screwed.
Hey, jack it up.
Hon, the weather tech's here.
WeatherTech is the ultimate protection for your vehicle. Laser measured floor liners, no drill mud flaps, cargo liner, bump step, seat protector, and cup phone.
What about my car?
WeatherTech.
Tonight's broadcast on FloRacing. It is the finale of the Avante Windows and Doors Corn Belt Clash featuring the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. If you're just joining us in the stands or on the broadcast, again, we want to welcome you to the Knoxville Raceway and tonight's presentation of the United States Auto Club. Amsoil is the title sponsor of the USAC Sprint Car National Championship. Why choose Amsoil Synthetic Lubricants? Amsoil delivers next-level power, performance, and protection built in the lab so you can feel it on the road. Run with us, visit the Amsoil booth, or order from amsoil.com. Starting with USAC Indiana Midget Week, June 4th through the 9th, you can now play USAC for real cash. But the time to sign up is now. Scan the QR code in the photo to sign up at, or go to nxtbets.com/playusac and claim an exclusive USAC bonus. Various sports books will be available based on your state. At the moment, wagering on USAC national events is available in 30 states across the U.S. Players can get up to $250 in bonus cash from various sport books that are available in your state. Must be 21 years or older to play. Void where prohibited. So again, the time to sign up is now, but it kicks off during Indiana Midget Week. New NOS Zero Sugar is here. Zero Sugar, 100% NOS. Stop by the NOS Energy Sampling Station to grab a complimentary can and try one today, or visit a retailer near you. And to find one, go to drinknos.com. Get after it, race fans, with NOS. Cookout presents always fresh, never frozen burgers, barbecue, hot dogs, cooked fresh every day. And get this, over 40 different flavors of shakes, prepared fresh and made by hand every day. It's all yours. To find a Cookout location near you, visit cookout.com. Whether it's on the track or on the road, WeatherTech is engineered to perform and to protect every day, every time. See the full line of automotive accessories at WeatherTech.com. Nothing protects like WeatherTech. Car IQ has created a payment solution aimed at fleets that allows cars and trucks to connect to gas pumps to pay for fuel without the need for a fuel card or credit card. Car IQ payment solution, Car IQ Pay, replaces fleet card products and protects against fraud while significantly reducing back-office vehicle reconciliation. Learn more at gocariq.com today. Honest Abe Roofing, America's reliable roofer, will present the Fast Qualifying Award for all three USAC national divisions throughout the 2024 season. Honest Abe has been installing, repairing, and maintaining residential roofs since 2005, and they want to give you the perfect roof to protect your home and keep you comfortable. Honest Abe provides the fastest service in the roofing industry, and they're supporting the fastest driver in qualifying. Visit honestaberoofing.com today to schedule your free roof inspection. Stila Brand Coatings has continuously raised the bar in the industry for nearly half a century by making powder coat a thing of the past. Trusted worldwide since 1974, Stila has provided extraordinary performance in numerous applications across diverse industries, including architecture and construction, food processing, automotive, power sports, motorsports, aerospace, and countless DIY projects. When you want to win, you have to have the best. That's Stila Brand Coatings. Visit Stila.com for more. Hoosier Racing Tire, the official tire of the United States Auto Club. For more information on the tires designed for champions, contact Hoosier at HoosierTire.com. If you're in the market for a new or used trailer, motor coach, or golf cart, look no further than Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, one of the nation's premier outlets and located right in the heart of north central Indiana, with the intent to give competitors the transporter they need to get to and from the event safely and dependably. Elliott's knowledgeable and dedicated staff will have you on track, showing you the latest in Featherlight, Intech, United, ATC, Lumitech, Bravo, as well as Mad Jack's X Series and Easy Go. Led by Cindy Elliott, whose motorsports roots run deep, stemming from her late husband and USAC champion Tony Elliott, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts is not the choice, it's the only choice. Contact Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts online at elliott'scustomtrailers.com today or by phone at 1-800-766-1886. That's Elliott's, the only choice for champions. Indy Metal Finishing is the official sponsor of the USAC work area. Indy Metal Finishing is a family-owned and operated business with 30 years of experience in the industry. Their mission? To support the customer with an exceptional level of quality and service. Conveniently located minutes from downtown Indianapolis, Indy Metal Finishing offers Type 2 and Type 3 anodizing chemical conversions, passivation, and electroless nickel services to motorsports, medical, military, aerospace, and manufacturing industries. Indy Metal Finishing is ISO certified and holds an FFL license. Visit them at indymetalfinishing.com. Well, tonight's Dirt Draft showdown between Drake and Christie. Dirt Draft is the first and only fantasy racing app where you can compete against fans from all over the world by choosing a team of 5 drivers from each USAC event. Based off your drivers' results from tonight's event, you're awarded points that you can then use for USAC tickets, broadcasts, merchandise, and much, much more. Download the Dirt Draft app or visit dirtdraft.com and use referral code USAC when signing up to get a free t-shirt. So last night, the showdown between me and Christie. Christie, well, she destroyed my score in Dirt Draft, so the winner goes on to face Drake, and he sounded pretty confident in his picks here tonight. Finished pretty well last night. So the winner from tonight goes on to face the drivers. So we have kind of a King of the Hill thing going here. So the drivers are going to kick off, and they're going to get into the mix once we get into Indiana Midget Week with our full-time USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship contenders. So we'll see if Drake or Christie goes head-to-head with one of the drivers when we kick off Midget Week this coming week. The USAC merchandise trailer is fully stocked with official gear for the 2024 season. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, and all the race day must-have gear. Be sure to follow the USAC Gear Facebook page for new merchandise and specials all season long. While you're down there, you can find out USAC drivers' names, hometowns, sponsors, chassis, and engine information by purchasing a driver roster. They're available for only $1 at the USAC merchandise trailer. Make sure to follow along with the United States Auto Club online at usacracing.com. You can also like USAC on Facebook by searching USAC Racing and follow on X and Instagram at USAC Nation. If you have an Apple product in your pocket, you can follow all the action with the USAC app. USAC National Divisions for the 2024 season, all featured on the USAC app with live audio, driver profiles, stories, features, news, facts, figures, and more. The USAC app has it. Tonight is the next round of the Bubby Jones Master of Going Faster, presented by Spire Sports and Entertainment. It's a 10-race series within the USAC National Championship schedule that is run in honor of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame driver and crew chief. The driver accumulated the most points through the series is awarded a $10,000 bonus. Furthermore, the championship-winning crew chief is going to collect a $2,500 check. C.J. Leary, the defending champion of the Bubby Jones Master Going Faster. Brady Bacon captured the inaugural edition in 2022. Round number one, that was at Volusia Speedway Park. Logan Seavey picking up the win down at Barberville, Florida. Eldora during Let's Race 2. C.J. Leary picking up a win. Last time on track, Terre Haute. That was on May 21st during the Holman Classic. Logan Seavey picking up another win. And now round four here tonight in Knoxville. We head to Williams Grove on June 14th, Port Royal on June 15th, Kokomo Speedway on July 27th, September 14th at Tri-State. The Four Crown, September 21st during Eldora, and Lawrenceburg Speedway, October 12th, the final round of the Bubby Jones Master of Going Faster, presented by Spire Sports and Entertainment. You can see the full rundown of points at USACRacing.com. Logan Seavey atop of those points right now. Coming into the weekend, again, has picked up a pair of wins thus far. C.J. Leary currently in second. Kevin Thomas Jr., Dason Persley, Brady Bacon, Justin Graham, Mitchell Moles, Kyle Cummins, Jake Swanson, and Carson Garrett currently making up the top 10. Final day of May and the first day of June, kicking off a very busy schedule for all three divisions of the United States Auto Club. Mentioned Indiana Midget coming up here. That is all going to kick off at Circle City Raceway on June 4th. Lawrenceburg Speedway on June 5th. Following night, we're at Lincoln Park Speedway June 7th, at Bloomington June 8th, at Tri-State Speedway June 9th at Kokomo. That'll wrap up the Indiana Midget Week. And then it is on to the Eastern Storm. Grandview kicks things off on June 11th. Bridgeport Motorsports Park up in New Jersey, going to be on June 12th. Big Diamond Speedway back in Pennsylvania, going to be on June 13th. Williams Grove on June 14th. Port Royal with a double shot of action, sprint cars and Silver Crown competition. That'll be on June 15th. Action Track USA on June 16th. A couple days off, and then it is off to the land of cheese. Silver Crown back on track at Madison International Speedway. Wilmont, the sprint cars return to the clay. Angel Park on June 23rd, and then 2 nights at Macon Speedway to round out the month of June. Again, you can see the entire lineup of events for all divisions of the United States Auto Club, from the national divisions to the regional tours, at USACRacing.com. Again, 26 drivers on hand tonight for the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. 410 wing sprint cars also in action here tonight. The man, the myth, the legend.
Nowhere near.
Blake going to have the call on that.
I've only been doing this for a month.
You going to channel Jurner Bachhoven?
Well, not yet. I mean,
speaking of Bachhoven, he is taking care of NASCAR duties this weekend down at Worldwide Technology Raceway.
Got rained on. I'm glad the rain followed him and not us.
Shh. That's bad juju.
All right, sorry.
What's wrong with you?
Good. It's nice to see clear skies tonight. We did not have that yesterday.
For a minute, anyway.
That's true.
No, we were lucky to get it in, as it wasn't even on the radar. We just had a few small sprinkles come in. Fortunately, it passed on. We were able to keep the cars rolling and keep the track in shape as the pack trucks slowly making their way down the racing surface.
We have a wet track tonight. I don't know if many people noticed, but very wet, so we're a little delayed here as trucks continue to work in the racing surface.
So as the trucks continue to slip and slide their way around the famed half mile here on the FloRacing broadcast, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back to the Knoxville Raceway and the Avante Windows and Doors Corn Belt Clash.
It's real, and it's sprintacular. It's 2 consecutive nights of USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship racing action at Putnamville, Indiana's Lincoln Park Speedway on July 5th and 6th. The IndianaOpenWheel.com Bill Garner Sprintacular featuring the cream of the crop, fighting for 5,000 win on Friday night and 10,000 big ones in Saturday evening's 40-lap finale. For event info and more, visit LincolnParkSpeedway.com and USACRacing.com. The Bill Garner Sprintacular arrives July 5th and 6th. It's the most sprintacular time of the season.
Whatever you drive, however you drive. Amsoil specially engineers lubricants to maximize power, performance, and protection in your vehicles, so you can work hard and play hard with confidence. Order online at amsoil.com.
Indy Metal Finishing is a family-owned and operated business with 30 years of experience in the industry. Their mission is to support their customers with an exceptional level of quality and service. Conveniently located minutes from downtown Indianapolis, Indy Metal Finishing offers Type 2 and Type 3 anodizing chemical conversions, passivation, and electroless nickel services to motorsports, medical, military, aerospace, and manufacturing industries. Indy Metal Finishing is ISO certified and holds an FFL license. If you have any questions, please call Indy Metal Finishing today at 317-858-5353. Find them online at Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Indy Metal Finishing, or visit their website at indymetalfinishing.com.
We have a Max Pappas Innovations MPI Rookie of the Year, and that's Gavin Miller. Of rookies of this race, of the people who have never run this race until this very day, he is the highest finishing one, Chet.
Welcome to NOS Energy Endurance Challenge 2.0. Today's challenge is going to demand everything you've got. This year, the Volkswagen Beetle is back.
Let's go, boys.
Oh, we're screwed.
Hey, jack it up.
Go harder, faster, stronger with Rod End Supply. Whether you are running industrial, farming equipment, or a race car, Rod End Supply has the assortment of rod ends, radius rods, and specialty products that will help you lead the field in performance. Our superior design means our rod ends last longer and perform better, giving you the edge on the track and saving you money. Contact Rod End Supply or order online today at rodendsupply.com. We don't just sell them, we race them. rodendsupply.com, serving the racing community for over 30 years.
It was in 2005 that we started TrailerAlarms.com, and we started it to help racers, race fans, and more protect their trailers, cars, and equipment. We'd like to invite you to check out our 2-time global award-winning trailer security system. We're American-made and the only trailer security system in the world with more than a 1-year warranty. Just visit TrailerAlarms.com today or contact Lyle for more information.
Located 1 mile north of Knoxville, Raceway. This is where you can race like
The WeatherTech's here.
WeatherTech is the ultimate protection for your vehicle. Laser measured floor liners, no drill mud flaps, cargo liner, bump step, seat protector, and cup phone.
What about my car?
WeatherTech.
Hey, race fans, Drake York here. We're back out with another Cookout Shake Flavor segment, and I got another great USAC fan with me. What's your name?
Jason.
Jason, thanks for coming out to a USAC race. And if you're not aware, we're sponsored by our good friends over at Cookout, well known for their burgers and shakes, over 40 of them. And get this, made fresh every day at Cookout. So I'm going to have Jason try to guess Brady Bacon's favorite shake flavor. I'll have you take that.
I'm going to go with,
all right.
Let's go with, banana berry.
All right, this is for a chance to win some free merch from the USAC trailer. Banana Berry is Jason's guess. Let's hear what Brady has to say.
My favorite Cookout shake flavor is Reese Cup.
I'm sorry, Jason. Brady's favorite shake flavor was Reese's Cup from Cookout, but thanks for coming out to a USAC race, and thanks for playing.
Thank you very much.
Hey, he didn't need to win anything. He's got some USAC merch already, so he's covered. To find your nearest Cookout, go to cookout.com.
All right.
Welcome back to the broadcast here on FloRacing, featuring the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship and night number 2 of the Avanti Windows and Doors Corn Belt Clash here at the beautiful Knoxville Raceway, Knoxville, Iowa. We have the 410 Wing Sprint Cars in action as well here tonight. Again, if you're just joining us on the broadcast or just making your way into the grandstands, 26 USAC National Sprint Car drivers on hand this evening. Make sure to follow along at USAC Nation on Twitter or look for USAC Racing on Facebook. USACRacing.com, where you can find all the news, notes, and information throughout the entire 2024 season. If you're wondering what's going to be coming up on the schedule, when you go to the schedule page, just click over on Event Info, and you'll find all the payouts, the formats, location, everything you need to know for each and every event coming up on every national lineup for the United States Auto Club. So attention all racing fans, now you can play USAC for cash, well, starting during Indiana Midget Week. Scan the QR code to sign up now to claim an exclusive USAC bonus, and don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to turn your racing passion into real rewards. Scan the QR code or go to nxtbets.com/playusac to play today. Must be 21 years or older, void where prohibited, currently available in 30 states across the U.S. So if you're on the broadcast, you can scan that QR code, sign up, and again, get up to a $250 bonus. That QR code right now at the bottom right of the screen, so that'll be on and off throughout the entire broadcast as well. So when you see that pop up, if you're wondering what it is, scan it, and it'll give you some more information. As again, that's all going to be starting up during USAC Indiana Midget Week. That is June 4th through the 9th. 410 start to make their way down into the staging lanes. Might be a little familiar with one of the drivers down there, driver that KC's FVP, Impact400.com, number 21, a Blackjack Brian Brown. The driver next to him running double duty here tonight. And, of course, behind the wheel of the Hink number 21, that is the Macho Man Brady Bacon.
Good to see Brady back behind the wheel here. The 21 won a couple weeks ago at Tri-County with the World of Outlaws, and you know, it ran well last night. All you do is take the wing off, you know, just back, or Tri-State Speedway. So, you know, you take the wing off, get things ready here, and anytime you can see him with the wing on top, it's always a fun little ride.
One of the more versatile drivers in racing. One of the drivers we didn't expect to see this weekend, of course, that is the Concrete Kid, Anthony Macri, in that number 39, rolling into the staging lanes. The Ozark Barge and Dock Services Wet Steps number 3 of Ayrton Genitin out of Grand Boys Mills, Missouri, also down in the staging lane.
Good to see Anthony Macri step off the porch here this weekend. And
hey now.
What are you talking about? Always good to have Anthony down here. Usually we see him down here for the Nationals, and excited to see him. He rolled in yesterday. We were kind of wondering if he was going to slap in a 360 engine there, but decided to wait the night out here this evening. Good to see Ayrton Genitin down here as well. Emerson Axum in the 27, Carson McCarl. A lot of your 410 guys went down to race 360s tonight, now back in the 410s. 41 410s scheduled here tonight to run, and it's a pretty good night for it.
A lot of syncretism down in the pit area when you talk about the drivers jumping from division to division and style of car, from the non-wing to the wing side, from the 360 to the 410s, the difference in downforce to horsepower. It's really interesting to see that kind of amalgamation of basically abilities come together and wheel these cars the way they do.
it really caught me in victory lane last night. I know Justin Grant only runs the wingless stuff, but he said it's scary. It's dangerous. And, we saw that last night, the cushion and everything else. The wingless guys, they were on edge last night. And just to hear that from a winner, let alone, I was very, it was definitely one of those things that these cars are dangerous. They're on the edge, and it takes some maniacs to get in.
Well, I go back to the promoter I first worked for, Royal Jones, once said, we're all here because we're not all there.
There you go. Quick look at your 410 point standings before we head into tonight. Currently, it's a 2-horse race. Aaron Reitzel leads the way. Austin McCarl 7 points behind Reitzel. And then you go back to Dusty Zomer. Dusty Zomer tonight, if you remember last week, wrecked big with Scott Boguski last week on the first lap of our 410 feature. That car got torn up. So he is in the 25 machine tonight. And that car, the Eikenberry 25. So good to see Dusty back in the car. Winner here earlier this season at Knoxville. Kind of got that monkey off his back. Good to see him back racing, but a different ride for Zoom tonight.
Winner here on May 11th. That car in victory lane last week up at Huset's with Dason Pursley behind the wheel. As cars begin to fire for hot laps here with the 410 wing sprint cars. Brown out to the track. Bacon, Jeniton. Macri going to make his way out. Wait for a few more push trucks to make their way up. 27W driving to Franklin, Indiana. Spent many years chasing the USAC trail. Emerson Axum sitting down in the staging lanes as well.
Looks like Kelby Watt also going to roll out here soon. Carson McCarl, 360 runner last night. And also good to see the Madman, Kerry Matson, here. Had engine issues a couple weeks ago here at Knoxville, able to get that thing fixed up. Couple good runs at Huset's last week for the 2-day memorial races.
So while the cars make their way out, you got a little bit of time before we go into competitive green flag racing here tonight. Make sure and stop by the Denison Racing Tees and pick up your official Corn Belt Clash t-shirt while your size, color, and design is still available. Of course, the USAC merchandise trailer open and ready to serve you as well. Right as you make your way onto the grounds. So if you're stumbling over from the dingus, it's right there.
Great t-shirts. I've been seeing a couple people wear them around already today. Picked them up from last night.
Hats, t-shirts, hooded sweatshirts. They're even blankets. I know it's getting warm, but it gets cool really early in the year up in Iowa, so you're going to need an official USAC branded blanket.
My favorite is the people that'll get here when it's warm, sit up in the shade underneath us, and then at the end of the night they're shivering because they were up under the shade.
That's called dedication.
Well, that is.
Several drivers also down in the midway. CV down there. Moles has his trailer down there. KTJ, we got Leary down there. Cummins down there. Ballou brought the 10th this week. And Brady Bacon with his t-shirt trailer. Go and visit with Ciciana down there. They also have the latest edition of Triple Crown Annuals. It's the kind of the chronicles that Rich Foreman puts together, all the pictures, all the imagery, all the pageantry of the United States Auto Club. You can get that. It's only $5 down there, so make sure and check that up. And Rich, who is a master of his craft when it comes to not only taking pictures but also in video, follows the United States Auto Club all over the country, so make sure to go down and check that out. Speaking of masters of video, 40 years, and we talked about this at Winchester, it was to the day. Dean Mills up on the roof, operating a camera here. Always glad to have Dean with us anytime we roll into the track. And, of course, Chris Crone, who has been in Knoxville since it was invented.
He's now working over at English Creek. I work with him on Friday nights, so good to see him. So Brian Brown, Brady Bacon, Emerson Axum, Ayrton Jeniton, Carson McCarl also on the racetrack, rolling in turn number 4. Kelby Watt also here, and then obviously the Concrete Kid, Anthony Macri, for this first session of Hot Laps here. Again, track's going to have to work in just a little bit. Expect a couple sessions here. Landon Hansen rolling out on the racetrack as well, and Noah Gass. Good to see Noah Gass. First time here for Noah. And also Linton Jeffrey, an Australian man currently residing in Prairie City. And then Kerry Madsen continuing to sit in staging, and he'll roll out on the racetrack now. 41 410s here tonight for us. Dusty Zomer, as I kept going through the points, Zomer third in points, 270 points back from McCarl, and then McCarl's only 7 back from Reitzel. Linton Jeffrey fourth, Chase Randall fifth, got his first 410 win here at the Knoxville Raceway last weekend. Carson McCarl sixth, Matt Jewell seventh, Garrett Williamson eighth, Dustin Selvage ninth, and Sawyer Phillips round out your top 10 in your 410 point standings here in the 988 Lifeline 410 series. Are you or someone you know in crisis or having suicidal thoughts? Call the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline for 24/7 free and confidential support. There is hope. Call or text 988, a message from the Iowa HHS. Our 410 series is sponsored by the 988 Lifeline all season long. Aaron Reitzel also rolling on the racetrack now.
So I mentioned that So I mentioned the Triple Crown Annuals down there. Rich doing a great job with the cover artwork on there and the photos. Richie Murray is the author behind that, and he is the historian of USAC and the keeper of the stats. If you want to know a stat on USAC, it doesn't matter if it's from the USAC stock car days of old to today. Silver Crown, doesn't matter what it is. He's got it.
All right. Quite the title to have.
Driving to Columbia, Missouri, Garrett Williamson in the fixture number 23, making his way into turns 1 and 2. Jecko number 27. So that'll be Carson McCarl, the driver out of Altoona, Iowa. I mentioned Macker in the 39. Vulcan Brothers Trucking. B&L number 87 of Aaron Reitzel here in the front straight of the 1K, Kelby Watt. Tanzanite entry, the 9.
Landon Hansen
out of Newton, Iowa.
Driving the Iowa Speedway IndyCar weekend. That's coming up here at the Iowa Speedway. Jack Potter also rolling down the front straightaway.
Jack Potter moving up in the ranks, started off in the Race Saver division. Saw him several times in the Race Saver taking on the Oil Capital Racing Series showdowns. Whether in Oklahoma, Missouri, sometimes all the way into eastern Kansas, we would see him roll in. Ayrton Genitin, a former champion of the Warrior region of the American Sprint Car Series.
Not on the track yet, Brian, but we have a Knoxville Raceway Hall of Famer here racing with us tonight in the 410s. Don Drought Jr. out here tonight. First time he's been here this year.
When is that induction ceremony?
Knoxville. Well, I'm not quite sure on the Knoxville one. Obviously, we had our Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum today. July 6th is the Knoxville Raceway Hall of Fame induction. So cool to have Don Drought Jr. here at the racetrack tonight, racing with us. And I do believe we're going to start turning a couple laps at full speed. If you didn't...
The tone has changed.
I was going to say, we brought out a couple more cars. No, we're not running hot laps with that many cars. We're just trying to get more cars on the track to push in the track just a little bit more, So
see if they did kind of similar to what we had yesterday. They'll let them go a few times around under green flag conditions, bring it back under yellow, roll the track a little bit more, then let them get another feel for the car and start bringing out the groups after that.
Good racing surface last night all across the board. Very good cushion created great racing. You saw a couple guys using the bottom, a couple guys using the top. Aaron Reitzel, I'm pretty sure, pounded the cushion at least more than 15 times. I was talking to Jamie Ball today.
Like it owed him money.
Yeah, he was. Jamie was like, well, you know, we were working the bottom, but he's like, I didn't want to use the top as much as Aaron Reitzel was. Reitzel was working the top really well, and hopefully expect a good racing surface again tonight. I know Duncan's doing a great job on the racing surface all season long. Just a little wet here tonight. Trying to compensate for the sun today. It is warm out in the sun. There's no doubt about that. I mean, it's always warm out in the sun. I don't know what I'm saying, but a little humid. But good to see clear skies ahead. A lot of our partners around the Midwest got rained out this evening, so if you're watching on Flow, we appreciate it. All right, we're going to try this first session of hot laps here. And we'll see how the lap times go as they come across the board. Track still in the 22nd bracket here. Brian Brown at 23:02 is your fastest lap so far. Kerry Madsen second quick with the 23:44. Brady Bacon third. Ayrton Jeniton in the fourth position, and Anthony Macri round out your top five. Again, gave them a couple sessions yesterday. Our first session had about one or two goes around. Probably expect the same exact thing today. Wait till the lap times get about in that 17, 16-second bracket, and then usually that's kind of when we let them go. Just want to make sure everything's all set and lined in for our qualifying session immediately after this one. We'll try him again here with the green flag set to wave back out here on our first hot lap session of the evening here at the Knoxville Raceway. Your first hot lap session is complete. Brady Bacon, the Macho Man, leading the way, a 17.861. Kerry Madsen second quick with a 17.961. Brian Brown third, Anthony Macri fourth, Emerson Axum in the fifth position. A lot of smoke off of Ayrton Jeniton's car as he rolls down the front straightaway and into turn one. Lucky it didn't go up, and looks like should be fine here. I'll pull it back into the work area. If we hear anything, we'll let you know from Mike Roberts down in the infield. Your next group of cars rolling out on the racetrack now. Aaron Reitzel coming up just short. Runner-up last week to Chase Randall in your 410 series. And that VA Electric RSR machine, number one in the point standings just by 7, leading over Austin McCarl. 2-horse race here to start the season. We'll see if anybody else can catch up. Chris Martin following him, or Cam Martin, excuse me. Cam Martin rolling down the back straightaway, usually 360. He's committed to 360 points this season, but good to see him up in the 410s this year in that C&D Elevator Construction Yunko Builders machine. Talked about it a little bit before they went on the racing surface, but that 25 car rolling down the back straightaway, that is Dusty Zomer tonight. Zoom, zoom indeed. Dusty usually in that 3Z machine, a winner this year at the Knoxville Raceway in that 3Z machine. But if you remember last week, got caught up in that lap 1 wreck with Scott Boguski, took quite the tumble. He's going to hop in that ride with the Eikenberry team. Garrett Williamson also rolling in turn 4 now. Raced last night with the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series at Beaver Dam. Also a first-time 410 winner here at the Knoxville Raceway. Finished 3rd last year with the World of Outlaws and was able to finally put it on top of the podium in the 410 series. Good to see Garrett Williamson back here tonight. Garrett currently sits 8th in your standings. Noah Gass also running down the front straightaway here. First time here at the racetrack for Noah Gass this year. 1 win in 2024. That was at the Hunt County Raceway on March 1st in 410 competition.
So talking about that crash that involved Scott Boguski, not racing tonight, under medical advice, and known Scott for a lot of years, and he's taken a few hard hits, so certainly glad he has taken that advice, given himself some time to heal, and hope he does recover and comes back just as quick as ever. Great guy behind the wheel, great guy just to talk to in general.
Absolutely, just a wild, scary skeleton, like a helicopter, kind of hit that turn 2 fence and just helicoptered right in front of the field. Lucky that he wasn't hit by more, and we wish the best for Scott Boguski and hope to see him back at the racetrack soon. Your second hot lap session here getting underway here at the Knoxville Raceway. Noah Gass jumps to quickest so far as the track continues to pick up speed. Now it's Linton Jeffrey. Linton Jeffrey just outside of the 16-second bracket. Just as I say that, Aaron Reitzel jumps to the top of the board with a 16.757, a 1.6757 for Aaron Reitzel. One advantage tonight, obviously you don't want to be delayed in hot laps, Brian, but one thing that we've seen and a couple drivers have talked about this year, the sunset. We always have terrific sunsets here at the Knoxville Raceway, but really becomes quite the problem. When I was down in the infield last year, you really notice a lot of drivers put that tape just right in front where usually the rock cage would be and whatnot, but the sun can be a huge issue, especially don't want to get into heat race time and still have the sun out.
Yeah, you certainly don't want to be blinded by that because not only are you dealing with the sun, you're dealing with everything coming off of the tires and all the reflectivity off of that, and it just makes it harder and harder. Of course, a lot of these drivers do run that sun guard anyway, overlooking the rock screen, and then, like I said, they'll add some tape on there just to give them a little bit more. Sunglasses, darker lens on the helmet as well, just try to help out with that early in the night.
Sunset tonight scheduled just after 8:40 this evening, so if we're on track, we should be good to go for that one.
And, of course, as you move on through the summer, the position of that sun is going to change relative to the angle of the Earth.
Absolutely.
Making its revolution around the sun.
Absolutely. Austin McCarl working his way in turn 4 here in the Tucker Trucking Muddy Walker Stealth Cam machine, Ochoco West. Austin McCarl, 2 wins this season, but came a couple months ago over at the Volusia Speedway back on January 26th. That was in a 360, and at East Bay Raceway in a 36th. That was on February 15th, so still looking for his first 410 win of the year. Zach Hampton, he's been here a couple times at the Knoxville Raceway this year. Good to have Zach Hampton back again tonight. Riley Goodnow in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Always good to have Riley here at the racetrack. And Tasker Phillips over there in turn number 2. Finished 6th last week in your 410A feature. Good speed out of the 1 Taz. And rolling past the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame, how fitting, Don Drought Jr. as he rolls down the back straightaway, a Sprint Car Knoxville Hall of Famer here at the Knoxville Raceway, your 2024 Hall of Fame class. Good to have Don Drought Jr. in the car here.
Some other guy in that class, too.
Yeah. Who is that guy?
Some guy named Tony.
Tony Bachhoven?
Maybe.
I tell you what, that's some pretty high company.
It is. Well, he's usually up here in the press box, and that's pretty high up.
Man, never gets old. I don't know if the...
So I don't know if this is good or bad, but, you know, you're able to listen to Tony on a weekly basis and really kind of take in a lot of what he does. That is how I started, only it was watching, and I'm going to age myself a little bit, VHS tapes of the weekly racing at Knoxville Raceway.
I still watch plenty of stuff on VHS. I never watched a Knoxville Raceway event on VHS.
So that's how long I've been watching Chris Krone's camera.
Okay. That's not too bad.
When I started into this initially, that's what I did. Is I went back and I would watch tapes of the weekly racing from when my family raced up here.
Yeah.
So I would listen to him and Justin Zock.
Interesting.
I was the worst rip-off you'd ever heard of Tony Bachhoven for about 2 seasons.
This session of hot laps working its way across the board. Aaron Reitzel still your fastest at a 16.460. Austin McCarl jumps to second quick with the 16.596. Garrett Williamson third quick, Zach Hampton fourth quick, and Jake Buback round out your top 5. Don Drought Jr. in at the 6th position with a 16.889, a 16889. Next group of cars rolling out on the racetrack now. For this next hot lap session, that 12X Beaver Drill and Tool Machine this week, driven by Roger Crockett out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. There's a couple Broken Arrow, Oklahoma guys in the field tonight. It's a popular little town in Oklahoma.
And a car owned by a former driver who resides in Broken Arrow.
It's the Broken Arrow 12X.
I speak, of course, of the 45.
Well, yeah, that too.
Johnny Herrera.
Josh Snyderman in the 45. Good night last night with the World of Outlaws. 16th in your World of Outlaws Not Sanity to Drink sprint car feature up at Beaver Dam. So a couple guys made the trip down from last night. Rolling down the back straightaway, a Huset's regular, Brooke Tatnell, out of Sanssouci, New South Wales, Australia. Good to see Brooke at the Knoxville Raceway for the first time this year.
Mentioned Jace Park driving that Johnny Herrera Racing number 45X, the driver to Overland Park, Kansas. He's here on the front straight with the J.B. Henderson Smith Titanium number 45.
Scotty Johnson rolling down the front straightaway. A Pro Sprint winner, multiple-time Pro Sprint winner here at the Knoxville Raceway, taking on the 410 schedule this year. And Aiden Schmidt also running down the front straightaway. His first 410 race here at Knoxville, his first 360 race last night also at Knoxville.
Normally see Aiden in the wingless division here, as he's been on track with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship already this season. Signed to play with wings here at Knoxville this weekend.
I talked to him yesterday, and first time ever here, his dad said, took him to the Hall of Fame. And then I asked him, what do you think of it? And he says, well, I sit here in turn 3 and 4. And he's like, I'm from Hopstadt. You could fit Hopstadt in turn 3 and 4 here at the Knoxville Raceway.
A lot of smoke off of the headers of the 45X as it looks like the smoke coming off of the engine, not out of the engine on that one. Clearing up that time through turns 3 and 4. Getting a look at the 14T. Brooke Tatnell out of Sans Souci, New South Wales, Australia. Longtime driver of the Proto-Fab entry. Tubbo Towels, J&J, number 44, Scotty Johnson out of Melcher, Dallas, Iowa. As the field will go into yellow flag conditions. Speaking of that 45, currently 10th quick here in hot laps at a 16.727. Aaron Reitzel atop of the boards at a 16.460.
Jamie Ball jumped up to second quick with a 16.505. Boy, that'd be something. 360 win, 410 win the next night. Jamie Ball's going to try to do that. I asked him last night, I was like, well, how'd you party? He's like, well, a couple beers, but he's like, we got to bed around 3. Got back going, and he's ready to go here for tonight. Jace Park third quick, Brooke Tatnell fourth quick, and Roger Crockett round out your top 5. Like you said, Brian, Aaron Reitzel still sits at the top at a 16.460. So lap time's definitely starting to pick up here. Sawyer Phillips going to roll on the racetrack now from Pleasantville, Iowa, excuse me. Driver the Ruan, work for Ruan.com, Boyer & Coors show cattle machine. And following him, that's 100% Hunter Schurenberg out of Sikeston, Missouri. Good to see Hunter here, another driver that came down from Beaver Dam last night. Your Houston Speedway opener winner rolling in turn 2, that's Tyler Drucke. Good to see Drucke get into victory lane up there in Houston. A couple more cars rolling out on the racetrack as well behind him. Chris Martin. Cole Meintzer rolling back there. Blake Hahn, good to see Blake Hahn here. Put a 410 back in it. And Matt Jewell also on the racetrack. New sponsor with that machine. That's the Epoxyco 09 machine. Had troubles with the engine last night, but it's a 410 in there tonight.
Had a chance to talk to Blake a little bit earlier this afternoon, saying when he got into 1 and 2, the car in front of him rolled out, forced him to check up. When he did, it shot him up the racetrack. Didn't have that right rear spun up in time. Caught the hole, caught the cushion. Jacob's ladder, wheel, bird cage, blew up the shock. Said luckily it did not seem to damage the rear end. So crew working on that into the night, and he will roll with his first 410 start of the season here at the Knoxville Raceway.
Chase Randall, the quickest chicken, rolling in turn 3 and 4. Got his first 410 win at the Knoxville Raceway last weekend. Held off Aaron Reitzel and company to come away with the win. Kind of check one off the list. He's always talked about once you get one down, the next become easier. That's what he talked about in victory lane. We'll see if that becomes true tonight in the all-bar your alternative Iowa Barnstormers DMIP Jersey Freeze machine.
So allegedly, Jamie Ball had sworn off alcohol till he got a win.
So last night was monumental. I saw Connor Ferguson with Always Race Day did his beer walk with him, and I was like, I have not seen that before with Jamie Ball. So this group of cars starting to work around the racing surface here as this hot lap session goes, and after this we will jump right into our qualifying.
Quick check of the times. You got a new driver up top. It is Chase Randall. 16:2:23. Hunter Schurenberg now second quick at a 16:3:27. Blake Hahn third quick at a 16:3:64. Aaron Reitzel shuffled down to fourth quick at a 16:4:60. Jamie Ball currently fifth quick at a 16:5:05. So the all-ball your alternative. Iowa Barnstormers, Bush's Chicken number 2. Quickest so far in hot laps. As that should wrap up hot laps here for the 410 division. Qualifying coming up.
Alrighty, so your 410 qualifying session about to get going here. 2 cars at a time. We'll be doing what we did last night for our 360s. We will be splitting the field. And our split is at 40 cars here. $21 cars in Group A, 20 cars in Group B. We'll see who the quickest overall for the night is as we continue to get cars rolled into the staging lane here. So your first 2 cars are rolling out on the racetrack now. And rolling into turn 1 from Higginsville, Missouri, driving the Casey's FVP, Andy's Frozen Custard Impact Signs, Houseby, JD Welding, Maxim. That's the 21 of Blackjack, Brian Brown. And following him from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, driving the Dahmer Powertrain, Telstar, Fatheads Eyewear, Chalk Sticks. That's the 21H, the Macho Man, Brady Bacon. Brian Brown, 7th in your A feature on May 18th here at the Knoxville Raceway. Was not here last week. First lap time across the board for Brownie is a 15.831, a 15.831 for Brian Brown. First lap time for Brady Bacon across the board. That's second quick, 16.480, 16.480 for Brady Bacon. Second lap time for Brian Brown across the board is slower, still first quick though, 16.095, 16.095. Second lap time for Brady Bacon is slower. He'll keep his 16.480. That lap time is 16.596, 16.596. Rolling on the track now from Altoona, Iowa, driving the Jetco, Blondie Motorsports, Prosper Real Estate, City Vending, Burnett Rock and Landscape. That's the 27 of Carson McCarl. And another 27 on the racetrack now. From Franklin, Indiana, driving the WCI Capital Industries Indy Racing Performance. That's the 27W of Emerson Axum. Emerson Axum in the 27W. Carson McCarl, 9th at the Houston Speedway, back on Monday night for their Memorial Day race. First lap time across the board for Carson McCarl is second quick, 16.282, 16.282. First lap time across the board for Emerson Axum is second quick, 15.981, 15.981 for Emerson Axum. Second lap time across the board here for Carson McCarl is third quick, better, 16.273, 16.273. And second lap time for Emerson Axum, he'll take his first lap, a 16.242, 16.242, still second quick. Pushing on the racetrack now from Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, driving the Valley Supply, J&S Classic, C&D Rigging, Class 1 Transport. That's the 39M, the Concrete Kid, Anthony Macri. And following him from Lee Summit, Missouri, driving the custom truck One Source Load King Stall Farms, Kroll Lawn Care, that's the 15 of Jack Potter. Jack Potter in the 15. Anthony Macri, 3 wins in 2024 at BAPS, Texas Motor Speedway in Port Royal. Finished 12th on Tuesday night with the High Limit Racing Series over at Grandview. First lap time for Macri goes third quick with the 16.195, 16195. And first lap time for Jack Potter, that's 6th quick, 17.300, 17300. Second lap time across the board for Anthony Macri is slower. He'll still hold third quick, 16.361, 16361 for Anthony Macri. And second lap time for Jack Potter is better, a 17.294, 17294. Pushing on the track now from St. Mary's, New South Wales, Australia, driving the TK Concrete, King Racing Products, Zip Bonds, Maxim Trucking and Materials, BR Motorsports, Elite Installations. That's the 55, the bad man, Kerry Madsen. And following him from Gravois Mills, Missouri, driving the Ozark Bar and Dock, Web Steps, Hipton Gravel, High Performance Lubricant, Stewart House. That's the 3 of Ayrton Geniton. First lap time about to come across the board for Kerry Madsen. That is 5th quick, 16.375, 16375. First lap time for Ayrton Geniton. That's 6th quick, 16.433. Kerry Madsen, 2nd with the Houston Speedway back last Sunday. Second lap time for Kerry Madsen. That's better. 4th quick, 16.239, 16239 for the bad man. And second lap time for Ayrton Geniton. His first lap is better, a 16.467, 16467. That's 6th quick for Ayrton Geniton. Pushing on the track now from Adel, Iowa, driving the KRM Custom Homes, Tanzanite Homes, Carl Coons Agency, TNS Industries, Rev Tech, that's the 1K of Kelby Watt. And behind him from Newton, Iowa, driving the Iowa Speedway Hy-Vee IndyCar Weekend, Positive Images, that's the 9H of Landon Hansen. Landon Hansen in the 9H. Kelby Watt, 4th in our 410 feature last week at the Knoxville Raceway. His first top 5 of the season here in 410 competition. First lap time across the board for Kelby Watt is 8th quick, 16.590, 16590 for Kelby Watt. And first lap time across the board for Landon Hansen is 10th quick, 17.337, 17337. Second lap time for Kelby Watt is better, 8th quick, 16.486, 16486 for Kelby Watt. And second lap time across the board for Landon Hansen is better, 9th quick, 17.032, 17032. On the track now from Sydney, New South Wales, Australia, driving the City State Bank Tyloo, Midwest Seamless Vortex Racing Products. That's the 2 of Linton Jeffrey. And pushing behind him from Columbia, Missouri, driving the SNS Nationwide, Fisher Body Shop, Sorrell's Auto and Truck, Sorrell's Auto and Truck, Impact Eagle Shop. That's the 23 of Garrett Williamson. Garrett Williamson in the 23. Linton Jeffrey, 7th in last week's A feature here with the 410 Sprint Car Series, the 988 Lifeline 410 Sprint Car Series. First lap time across the board for Linton Jeffrey is 6th quick, 16.318, 16318 for Linton Jeffrey. And first lap time for Garrett Williamson goes 8th quick, 16.444, 16444 for Garrett Williamson. Second lap time for Linton Jeffrey is slower, still 6th quick, 16.397, 16397. And second lap time for Garrett Williamson is slower, 16.454, 8th quick for Garrett Williamson. Finished 12th last night with the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series at the Beaver Dam Raceway. Came all the way from the B feature to finish 12th. Rolling on the track now from Clute, Texas, driving the Fulkins Brothers Trucking, RSR, VA Electric, Commercial Edge, B&L Holdings. That's the 87 of Aaron Reitzel. And rolling down the back straightaway from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, driving the Eikenberry, Dirty Air, Christensen Family Foundation, Eikenberry Performance, Haas Halage, DKW Transport. That's the 25 of Dusty Zomer. Dusty Zomer in the 25 tonight. First lap time across the board for Aaron Reitzel is 7th quick, 16.344, 16.344 for Reitzel. And first lap time for Dusty Zomer is 12th quick, 16.552, 16.552. Aaron Reitzel first in your 410-point standings. Dusty Zomer is third in your 410-point standings here at Knoxville. Second lap time for Reitzel is better. That's 4th quick, 16.198, 16.198. And second lap time for Dusty Zomer. He'll take his first lap, still 12th quick, 16.770, 16.770. Pushing on the track now from Ankeny, Iowa, driving the Youngco Builders, C&D Elevator Construction, Higher View Enterprises, Tom Davis Automotive. That's the 4 of Cam Martin. And also behind him, first time at Knoxville Raceway this year, from Mounds, Oklahoma, driving the Arrowhead Electric High Performance Lubricants Maxim Chassis, Flying A Kistler Engines. That's the 20G of Noah Gass. Noah Gass in the 20G. Cam Martin, 19th in the A feature on Monday night for the Memorial Day race at Houston Speedway. He'll work his way off of turn 4. First lap time for Cam Martin is 13th quick, 16.747, 16.747 for Cam Martin. And first lap time across the board for Noah Gass is 14th quick, 16.966, 16.966 for Noah Gass. Noah, a winner this season in 410 competition. Second lap time for Cam Martin is 13th quick, 16.802, 16.802. And second lap time for Noah Gass is slower, 14th quick, 1.7249, a 1.7249 for Noah Gass. One win this year at the Hunt County Raceway on March 1st. That was in 410 competition. Pushing on the track now from Arvada, Colorado, driving the 360 Civil KNC Drywall, SBS Shocks J&J Auto Racing. That's the 27B of Jake Buback. And following him from Lidston, Indiana, driving the Horsepower Incorporated Pennock Insurance, Donna's Pool and Patio. That's the 23L of Jimmy Light. Jimmy Light in the 23L. First time here at the Knoxville Raceway this season for Jimmy Light. First lap time across the board for Jake Buback. That's 10th quick, 16.473, 16.473 for Jake Buback. And first lap time across the board for Jimmy Light. That's 17th quick, 17.050, 17.050. Second lap time across the board for Jake Buback, 10th quick, slower, 16.497, 16.497. And your second lap time for Jimmy Light is better, 16th quick, 17.023, 17.023. Pushing on the track now from Knoxville, Iowa, driving the QTC Stivers Ford J&J Auto Racing. That's the 22 of Riley Goodnow. And pushing off behind him from Mooresville, Indiana, driving the Edco General Contracting, Booyah Darts, Daystar Directional Drilling, Team Jack Corey Cruisman Driving School. That's the 35 of Zach Hampton. Zach Hampton in the 35. First lap time coming across the board for Riley Goodnow is 14th quick, 1.6696, 1.6696 for Riley Goodnow. First lap time for Zach Hampton, that's 13th quick, 16.546, so 1.6546. And second lap time coming off of turn 4 for Riley Goodnow is better, 13th quick, 16.502, a 1.6502 for Riley Goodnow. And your second lap time for Zach Hampton is 8th quick, a 16.324, 1.6324. Good lap by Zach Hampton. Pushing on the track now from Altoona, Iowa, driving the Country Builders Construction, Ochoco West, Walkers, Tucker Trucking, Ophil Family Stealth Cam. That's the 88 of Austin McCarl. Austin McCarl in the 88, and it looks like McCarl is your only driver for this quick little session of qualifying here. Not sure who his second car is out. Actually, I do know. This is where we're splitting qualifying. So Austin McCarl, your final qualifier in session number 1. Austin McCarl, second in points this year, 2 360 wins to his credit. Still looking for that first 410 win of the year. First lap time off of turn number 4 is 5th quick for Austin McCarl, 16.229, 1.6229 for Austin McCarl. Those 2 wins came at the 360 Volusia feature on January 26th, then East Bay Raceway in a 360 on February 15th. Second lap time for the big unit is slower, but still 5th quick, 16.246, 1.6246 for Austin McCarl. And that means Brian Brown with a 15.831 is currently your quickest qualifier in our first session. Emerson Axum second, and Anthony Macri round out your top three. New group of cars rolling on the racetrack now from Rockwell City, Iowa, driving the Quick Logistics DGRD. That's the 20 of A.J. Moeller. And also racing down the back straightaway from Pleasantville, Iowa, driving the I-80 Concrete, Dibbledoe, Ankeny Home Service, Pro Diesel, Pearson Dirtworks, Swain Construction, Golden Harvest. That's the one Taz of Tasker Phillips. Tasker Phillips in the one Taz. First lap time coming across the board for A.J. Moeller is a 17.029, 17029 for A.J. Moeller. And first lap time for Tasker Phillips, that is first, a 16.549, 16549. Tasker Phillips, sixth in your 410A feature last week at Knoxville. A.J. Moeller, better, still second quick, 16.830. And Tasker Phillips, he'll take his first lap, a 16.912, 16912 for Tasker Phillips. A Knoxville Hall of Famer rolling on the racetrack now from Lincoln, Nebraska, driving the Team Jack Engler, King Racing Products, Chalk Sticks, Schoenfield. That's the 1M of Don Drow Jr. And also rolling on the track now from Reeder, North Dakota, driving the Wagner Aeronautical, the Shack Outfitters, Larson Construction. That's the 78 of Bill Wagner. Bill Wagner in the 78. Don Drow Jr. in the Team Jack Foundation 1M comes across the board, is second quick, 16.594, 16594 for Don Drow Jr. And first lap time for Bill Wagner, fourth quick, 17.845, a 17845 for Wagner. Second lap time across the board for Don Drow Jr. is a little slower, still second quick, a 16.749, a 16749. And second lap time across the board for Bill Wagner is fourth quick, improves a little bit, 17.651, 17651. Don Drow Jr., second at Airport Raceway on May 26th with the Rocky Mountain Midget Racing Association, so still staying quite busy here. Glad to have him here at the Knoxville Raceway. Pushing on the track now from Overland Park, Kansas, driving the Henderson Construction, Smith Titanium, Miller Bonded, Mesilla Valley Transportation, that's the 45X of Jace Park. And also rolling on the track is first time here at a 410, driving the 12S from Hopstadt, Indiana, driving the Westside Automation Engler Machine and Tool. That's the 12S of Aiden Schmidt. Aiden Schmidt in the 12S. Jace Park off of turn 4. First lap time for Park is third quick with a 16.692, 16692 for Jace Park. And your first lap time for Aiden Schmidt is fifth quick, 17.427, 17427 for Aiden Schmidt. Second lap time across the board for Jace Park, second quick, 16.550, 16550 for Jace Park. And second lap time for Aiden Schmidt improves a 17.152. That's fifth quick, 17.17152. Pushing on the track from Indianola, Iowa, driving the Wilco Services TI-22 Linville Repair. That's the 6W of Dustin Selvage. And following him from Melcher, Dallas, Iowa, driving the Joshua Jenkins Realtor J&J Auto Racing. Tubbo Towels, that's the 44X of Scotty Johnson. Scotty Johnson in the 44X. Dustin Selvage, a winner last week with the Sprint Invaders at 34 Raceway. First lap time across the board for Dustin Selvage, fifth quick, 16.978, a 1.6978. And first lap time for Scotty Johnson, that's sixth quick, 17.132, 1.7132 for Scotty Johnson. Second lap time across the board for Dustin Selvage improves, fourth quick, 16.793, 1.6793 for Dustin Selvage. And second lap time for Scotty Johnson, he'll take his first, a 17.406 on his second lap, that's sixth quick. Pushing on the track now, first time here in 410 competition here at the Knoxville Raceway. From Sanssouci, New South Wales, Australia, driving the Protofab Mystic Oil Fratellone Racing 14T, that is Brooke Tatnell. And following him from Findlay, Ohio, driving the TI-22 Linville Repair, New Era Plumbing, that's the 6 of Bryce Lucius. Bryce Lucius in the 6. Brooke Tatnell off the pace in 3 and 4. Definitely sound like something went awry. First lap time here across the board for Bryce Lucius is fourth quick, a 16.619, 1.6619. Brooke Tatnell going to bring it down the front straightaway. Second lap time across the board for Lucius is a quick number 1 on the board, 16.410, 1.6410, quickest in your second session of qualifying. To the top of the charts goes Bryce Lucius, 16.410. And if anyone's curious, Brooke Tatnell ran across the line with a 31.237. So Brooke got a lap in. Rolling off of turn number 4 now, your 360 winner from last night. From Knoxville, Iowa, driving the Accurate Machine Works, Pella Motors, Kleck Paving and Seal Coating, Randall Roofing, Jansen Fabrication. That's the 4W of Jamie Ball. And behind him, from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, driving the Beaver Drill and Tools, Saw Drill Manufacturing, Bleeding Disorders of the Heartland. That's the 12S of Roger Crockett. First lap time for Jamie Ball is second quick, 16.452, 1.6452 for Jamie Ball. First lap time for Roger Crockett goes sixth quick, 16.716, 1.6716 for Roger Crockett. Second lap time for Jamie Ball is still second quick, but faster, 16.431, 1.6431. And second lap time for Roger Crockett is slower at 16.971, 1.6971 for Roger Crockett. That's sixth quick. Racing off into turn 2 now. From Pleasantville, Iowa, driving the Ruan. Work for Ruan.com, Boyer & Core Show Cattle, K&SP Farms, Raceway Tire, Handy Lifts, Ulrichs Motors. That's the 3P of young Sawyer Phillips. And following him, from Waco, Texas, driving the Iowa Barnstormers, all ball your alternative DMIP, Jersey Freeze, Bush's Chicken, Central Iowa Sheds. That's the quickest chicken, Chase Randall, rolling off of turn 2. Your first lap time for Sawyer Phillips is sixth quick, 16.683, 1.6683 for Sawyer Phillips. And first lap time for Chase Randall goes fifth quick with a 16.580, 1.6580 for Chase Randall. Second lap time for Sawyer Phillips. He'll take his first, a 16.725. That's still seventh quick for Sawyer Phillips. Second lap time for Chase Randall. He'll take his first lap as well. That time around a 16.599. That's fifth quick for Chase Randall. Pushing on the track now from Eagle, Nebraska, driving the Zoe's Farms American Trailer Company, Johnson Farms, Druke Trucking. That's the 95 of Tyler Druke. And also rolling down the back straightaway from Sapulpa, Oklahoma, driving the Smiley Racing Products, Aces Up Sim Sports, CSR Garage, Glenn Steyer's Racing, Blood Lubricants. That is the 52 of Blake Hahn. Blake Hahn in the 52. Tyler Druke, a 410 winner at the Houston Speedway a couple of weeks ago for their season opener. First lap time for Druke is 11th quick, 17.028, 1.7028 for Druke. And second lap time for Blake Hahn is 11th quick, 16.847, 1.6847 for Blake Hahn. Second lap time across the board for Tyler Drucke goes 12th quick, 16.894, 16894. And second lap time for Blake Hahn, he'll take his first, 11th quick, a 16.868, 16868. Next group of cars pushing out on the racing surface from Burlington, Iowa, driving the Denny Woodworth Attorney at Law, B&L Holdings, Schaefer Construction, Maxim Trucking, M&I, Clark Custom Coatings. That's the 15 junior of Cole Meitzer. And following him from Sikeston, Missouri, driving the Hydebreeder Motorsports Inland Rigging Merchant Cattle. That's the 19 of 100% Hunter Schoenberg. Hunter Schoenberg in the 19. Hunter, 21st in an A feature last night at the Lawrenceburg Speedway with the High Limit Racing Series. One win this year. That came last week at the Lake of the Ozarks Speedway. First lap time for Cole Meitzer is 15th quick, 17.453. And first lap time for Hunter Schoenberg goes third quick, 16.482. 16482 for Hunter Schoenberg. Second lap time across the board for Meitzer. 16th quick, 17.453. Schoenberg, he'll take his first lap, 16.627, 16627 for Hunter Schoenberg. Still third quick, great run for Hunter. 3 cars left, 2 pushing now. From T, South Dakota, driving the Octane Inc. State Bank of Fairmont. Epoxy Coat, that's the 09 of Matt Jewell. And racing in turn 2 from Ankeny, Iowa, driving the C&D Elevator Construction, Higher View Enterprises, Young Co Builders, Tom Davis Automotive. That's the 44 of Chris Martin. Chris Martin in the 44. Chris, 15th in your A feature on Monday night for the Memorial Day race at the Houston Speedway. First lap time for Matt Jewell, 14th quick, 17.084, 17084 for Matt Jewell. And first lap time for Chris Martin goes 8th quick, 16.668, 16668 for Chris Martin. And second lap time across the board for Matt Jewell is better, 12th quick, 16.798. Chris Martin, he'll take his first lap, a 16.893, 16893. Looks like they're going to try one more time here for Brooke Tatnell. And he'll have a go at his qualifying lap. I believe he'll only get one lap here. And we'll see if that thing can stay afloat here. Tatnell out of Sanssouci, New South Wales, Australia, driving the Protofab Mystic Oil Fratellone Racing machine, and that baby just doesn't want to go for Brooke Tatnell. As he's going to slow it down. He was 10th in both the Memorial Day features last week at the Houston Speedway, but not a lot of good luck to start the evening. We'll see if that thing can fire here as the evening progresses. Might have a chance in your heat races later. So your quick time qualifier tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that is Blackjack Brian Brown, a 15.831, 15831. Mike Roberts will be talking to him later this evening for your Open Wheel 101 quick time qualifier. Brian will receive $100 courtesy of OpenWheel101.com. And Brownie, yet to win a 410 feature here at Knoxville this season. Off to a good start tonight. Starting to see our AmSoil USAC sprint cars rolling out to the staging lane. I'll toss things over to Brian Holbert for your hot laps and qualifying sessions.
Thank you very much, Blake. Want to welcome this year's class of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame inductees: Tracy Hines, John Stamborough, Bones Brasier, Deuce Turrell, Paul McMahon, Ricky Warner, Roy Robbins, and Bill Holder, all getting inducted today into the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. And in attendance here tonight, congratulations on a lifetime achievement and an honor held by so few, but longed for by so many.
You know, you always hear a lot of people say once you're in the Hall of Fame, it's just that highest honor. You know, they always say it's every year you come back and you're like, you're a Hall of Famer, and it holds a high honor for all those guys. Congratulations to this year's class, and I know that there are many more great classes to come down the line, but congratulations to this 2024 class here at the Knoxville Raceway.
Honest Abe Roofing qualifying set to get underway here with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. 2 drivers at a time going to be making their way out. Before we get to that, we got Honest Abe Roofing, or we have our Dirt Draft Hot Laps we'll have to get through. We'll bring out 3 sessions of hot laps here. Give drivers a chance to come out and get the cars underneath them, square away the setups, make sure everything is running A-OK. So again, 3 flights here of your Dirt Draft Hot Laps. That'll roll into your Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. That'll be directly following your final group. Kyle Cummins on track in the 3P out of Princeton, Indiana. The Avanti windows and doors. Stanton Mach 1 chassis. Premier Recycling Apache Transport number 3P. I want to thank Jerry Petty and everybody with Avanti Windows and Doors for all their support of the United States Auto Club and, of course, their support of this weekend's Corn Belt Clash. Chase Johnson out of Pengrove, California. The MP Environmentals 6X Management Group, one-way performance power, Triple X chassis, Woodland Auto Display number 4J, making his way down the front straightaway. Jake Swanson out of Anaheim, California. The Honest Abe Roofing, Bennick Enterprises, Claxon DRC chassis number 2B. Getting some heat beneath the bonnet over in turns 1 and 2. He'll start to make his way around to the far side of the speedway. Driver to Pleasant Hill, Ohio, the Ray Marshall Motorsports, Gressman DRC Chassis, Buckeye Machine Fabricators, Tempe Water, Wicks Filters, All-Star Performance. Number 33M, this is Matt Westfall. Matt Westfall in the 33M on track here in this opening flight of Dirt Draft Hot Laps. If you have not done so, you still have time to set your roster. Of course, Drake and Christie going head-to-head here tonight. Hunter Maddox on track at the Bedford, Indiana. Driver the Auto Credit, Airmaster Heating and Air Conditioning, Cummins Racing Engine, DRC Chassis, Tommy D's Windows, Doors, and Moore's at DQ Tuned. Megacorp Logistics, number 24M. Joey Amantia out of Mount Pocono, Pennsylvania. JPA Masonry, Newman's Power, Triple X Chassis, Amantia Real Estate. Stinger Race Fuels, number 88J. Coming to speed now as the green flag flies here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1. Getting a look at Charles Davis Jr. to Buckeye, Arizona, the MP Environmental. Black Magic Bead Breaker, Gressman Triple X Chassis, AME Electrical number 47. Started his season off with events out at Paris, Cocopah, and Mojave Valley with the USAC CRA Series. Another series supported by Avanti Windows and Doors. Stepping on as the title sponsor of that West Coast Series this season. Chase Stocking out of Fort Branch, Indiana, the Bandit Ag, Fisher DRC Chassis, Davis Brothers, Superior Tank and Truck, Amsoil DeWitt meets number 5S at speed on the back straightaway. Contact between he and Xavier Doney last night, and piercing the side of his tail tank, had to replace that as well as the rear bumper. Even got it autographed. So Jake Swanson, the defending champion of the Avanti Windows and Doors Corn Belt Clash, quickest here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1, a 20.220 second lap. Chase Johnson currently second, 23.30. Chase Stockin, 20.383. Kyle Cummins at a 20.507, and Joey Amantia, 20.660. If you're looking for live timing and scoring of the United States Auto Club, that will be on Race Monitor. That's where you can find the live timing and scoring throughout tonight's racing program for the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. Knoxville Raceway utilizing My Race Pass. Xavier Doney out on track out of Odessa, Missouri, the Motor Haven RV and Boat Storage. Stanton Racing Engine, Shanae Lawson Chassis. Able Group, Design Source Flooring number 74. Picking up his 50th career victory with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship last night out of Ione, California. The NOS Energy Drink Kistler Maxim Chassis Bow Foundation MPV Express. Number 4, this is Justin Grant. Justin Grant in the 4, rolling down the back straightaway. The 17 GP, the driver out of Worthington, Indiana. That's Jaden Rogers of the Lifestyle Homes. Michael Dutcher Motorsports, Evan Jackson Racing Engine, Maxim Chassis. Parallax Motorsports Pro Source, number 17. Take a look over into turn number 3. We find Corbin Haslett. He is out of Troy, Ohio. Driving the Evolution Coatings and Automotive Myers, DRC Chassis, Ideal Auto Sales, Duncan Oil, Roof America, number 1H. He'll begin to make his way around to the front straightaway. The Kim and Dave Haslett owned number 1H. Driver coming to us out of the state of Texas, the B-Town Automotive, Canada Power, DRC Chassis, Circle C Adventure, Simpson Performance Horses, Top Superior Bud Quality Thread, Scorpion Racer number 21K. This is Kobe Simpson. Kobe Simpson out of Bonham, Texas, in the number 21. Logan Calderwood rolling into turn number 1 right now. The driver to Goodyear, Arizona, the MP Environmental, one-way performance racing into Triple X Chassis, Woodland Auto Display, JFM shirt can number 73. As the green flag going to fly here in the front straightaway, the field will begin to wind up. Last night's hard charger out of Phoenix, Arizona, the Avante Windows and Doors, CK Electric, Apache Transport, High Performance Lubricants, Glenn Stires Racing, Stanton Powered Spike number 2. This is JJ Yaley. JJ Yaley in the 2. Into turns 1 and 2, Mitchell Moles out of Raisin City, California. He'll work onto the back straightaway in the AME Electrical, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Walker Filtration, Smith Titanium, number 19. And for Reinbold Underwood Motorsports. As the track gaining a little bit of speed here. In fact, the driver quickest right now is Carson Garrett at Littleton, Colorado. The Altos Power Equipment, Hornbeck Concrete, Lugs Lawn Care number 15. He streaks to the back straightaway as the checkered flag flies here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap Session number 2. So Carson Garrett, quickest at one point last night during Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. Unfortunately, mistake made, and the incorrect left rear was affixed to that car, so his time was disallowed. Certainly not slowing down. He was able to dig from dead last in the feature, had a great gain. Came up to a 14th place finish. Final group of your Dirt Draft Hot Laps making its way out to the Speedway. Getting a look at Brady Bacon at a Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. The Telstar Technologies, Davis Brothers, Fatheads, Thompson Family, Rider Triple X Chassis number 69. One of the drivers pulling double duty here tonight in the Hink own number 21 in 410 competition. Hard hit last night for the driver to Nixon, Missouri. They get it put back together tonight at the CarQuest. All Metal Recycling, Claxon DRC Chassis. Shriners Hospital for Children, number 44. This is Wesley Smith. Wesley Smith in the 44. Taking a look now at the driver to Coleman, Alabama, the Inferno Armor Lynch Machining, Lucas Oil Center, Eddie Gilstrap Motors, Stanton Machwa Chassis number 3R. This is Kevin Thomas Jr. Kevin Thomas Jr. in the 3R. Driver to Greenfield, Indiana on track. The Altos Power Equipment, Valvoline, Hornbeck Concrete, Highsmith Guns, One-Way Power, DRC Chassis number 15X. This is C.J. Leary. C.J. Leary in the BGE Darty Motorsports number 15X. Making his way around to the front straightaway. Leary, quick qualifier last night for the 5th time this season. Driver that's been the quick qualifier 12 times in his career to Rockland, California, the Suburban Subaru, Deaton's Waterfront Services, Donna DRC Chassis, Burke's Western Telecom, Hinchman Eddie, Dragonfly Aviation, Amy Gardner Roofing number 12. Hits the madman, Robert Ballou. Robert Ballou in the 12 on track here in your final set of Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Knocking on the door of a win this season, Dason Pursley to Locust Grove, Oklahoma, the Apache Transport, One-Way DRC Chassis, Oak Craft Elegant Cabinetry, number 21 AZ. Getting a look at the 38 of Eric Scholes out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The Elite Trucking, Woodkey Power, Shanae Lawson Chassis, number 38. Wings on last night, going wingless here tonight. Out of Sheraton, Iowa, driving the Casa de Oro. Graves Powered Maxim, CZ Grain, Screen Tech Graphics number T4. That is Tyler Graves. Tyler Graves going wingless here tonight. So Dason Pursley, 19.918 seconds. Quickest driver overall here in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Getting ready to go into your Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. Again, 2 drivers at a time going to make their way out to the Knoxville Raceway. 2 laps. Quickest lap going to count. Mentioned Leary last night's quick qualifier. 50th time in his career that he has topped Honest Abe Roofing qualifying with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. Feature event last night, Leary suffering a failed bolt on the birdcage, actually backed down. That's what dropped the car down. They were able to get the bolt back in and bring it back out. He was able to finish. Ended up with a 13th place finish last night in that BGE Darty Motorsports number 15X. Cars beginning to make their way down into the staging lane as we were just about ready to go into Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. The interesting thing about what happened to Leary's car, not the first time this season, as that also happened earlier during Winter Dirt Games, and the kind of the part that makes everybody scratch their head is there's a little bolt that goes in next to that that is designed to keep that from backing out, and it was still there. So the first 2 drivers are going to make their way out to the Speedway. First to hit the clays out of Princeton, Indiana. The Avanti Windows and Doors, Stanton Mach 1 Chassis, Premier Recycling, Apache Transport, Petty Performance Racing number 3P. This is Kyle Cummins. Kyle Cummins in the 3P. He'll be joined by the driver of the number 4J. He comes to you out of Pine Grove, California, driving the MP Environmental One-Way Performance Power Triple X Chassis, Woodland Auto Display. JST Shock Technology number 4J. This is Chase Johnson. Chase Johnson in the 4J. Kyle Cummins a speed to the back straightaway. 1 win on the season, April 27th at Lincoln Park. 14th in the A-Main 1 year ago here in the Avanti Windows and Doors Corn Belt Clash. Last night with a 9th place finish in prelim competition. Comes around to set the bar at a 20.462 second lap. 20.462 seconds for Kyle Cummins. Chase Johnson in the 4 coming off of his best career finish with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. 24.85 was his lap time on lap number 1. Picked up a win earlier in the month of May at Stockton with the BCRA Midgets. Lap number 2 for Cummins, better, 20.245. Again, 22.45. Lap number 2 for Chase Johnson, a little bit slower, 27.34. Lap number 1 for him, 24.85 will be his best attempt. So Kyle Cummins sets the mark right now, 20.245 seconds. Next on to the Speedway, we find Chase Stockton at Fort Branch, Indiana. The Bandit Ag, Fisher, DRC Chassis, Davis Brothers, Superior Truck and Trailer, Amsoil, the Wig Meats, KO Motorsports number 5S. He'll be joined by the driver to Bedford, Indiana, the Auto Credit, Airmaster Heating and AC, Cummins Power, DRC Chassis, Tommy D's Windows, Doors, and more. Tom's Marine Sales, DQ Tuned, Megacorp Logistics number 24M. This is Hunter Maddox. Hunter Maddox in the 24M. Stockton in the 5, picking up a win on May 25th up at Red Hill. Just inside Illinois state lines. 8 starts here at Knoxville Raceway in USAC competition. comes around lap number 1, is third quick at a 20.544, 20.544 seconds for the driver who has been the quick qualifier 33 times in his career. Hunter Maddox, fourth quick at a 21.569, 21.569 seconds for the 24M. Working his way off at turn number 4. Does he have enough speed on lap number 2 to improve? He does. Second quick at a 23.77, 203.77 seconds for Chase Stock and Hunter Maddox. Working off at turn number 4. Lays his foot into it. He's better on time, not position. 21.131. Second time by. Set to take time now. We find the driver out of Anaheim, California. Went to victory lane 1 year ago in this event in the Honest Abe Roofing, Bennick Enterprises, Claxton DRC chassis number 2B. That is Jake Swanson. Jake Swanson in the 2B. He'll be joined by Matt Westfall out of Pleasant Hill, Ohio, the Ray Marshall Motorsports, Buckeye Machine Fabricators, Gressman Power, DRC chassis, Hippie Water, Wicks Filters, All-Star Performance number 33M. Westfall picking up a win earlier this year out at Imperial Valley. That was on March 8th. 15 starts on the season, 1 top 5, 4 top 10s. Finished 12th last night in preliminary competition. Swanson coming around lap number 1. Quick time at a 20.027, 20.027 seconds for Jake Swanson on lap number 1. Matt Westfall at a 26.44 puts him 5th quick right now. Swanson, 15 starts. He has 1 podium so far this season. Worked up to a 4th place finish last night. A little bit slower. Lap number 2 at a 23.94. Lap number 1, 20.027 seconds. Quick time for Jake Swanson. Yeah, Johnson's 4th place finish last night coming from the 13th starting spot. Westfall better on time, not position. 5th quick at a 24.95 on lap number 2. The man from Arizona on track, he's at a Buckeye, driving the MP Environmental, Black Magic Beat Breakers, Spider Crane, AME Electrical, FK Indy, Chuck D's Wieners. Number 47 is going to be Charles Davis Jr. Charles Davis onto the speedway. He is joined by the driver out of Mount Pocono, Pennsylvania, the JPA Masonry Newman, Triple X Chassis, Stinger Racefields, Amantia Real Estate number 88J. This is Joey Amantia. Joey Amantia in the 88J. Charles Davis going to victory lane at a Cookout Speedway with the USAC CRA Series. That was on March 23rd. Made his first national starts of the season last week at Terre Haute and Circle City. Ended up with the 20th place finish last night. Comes around lap number 1, going to be 6th quick at a 21.064 second lap. Amantia 4th quick at a 20.392. Last night, the first time Joey Amantia had ever graced the clay here at the Knoxville Raceway, ended up with an 18th place finish, 1 win on the season. That was at Port Royal with the USAC East Coast Series. Charles Davis coming around lap number 2, a little bit slower, 21.108. Amantia, 3rd quick, 20.306. Lap number 2 better, 3rd quick for Joey Amantia, 20.306 seconds. Jake Swanson, the one they're chasing right now, 20.027 is the mark. Last night he went quick time. Unfortunately, a mistake on the left rear took it away from him. He was able to dig his way out from 26. Brought it up to a 14th place finish last night at Littleton, Colorado. Driving the Altos Power Equipment, One Way Technologies, DRC Chassis, Hornbeck Concrete, BGE, Darty Motorsports number 15. This is Carson Garrett. Carson Garrett in the 15. He is joined by the driver out of Bonham, Texas, in the B-Town Automotive candidate, DRC Chassis, Circle C Adventures, Simpson Performance Horses, Tops Up Here Bud Quality Threads, number 21K. This is Kobe Simpson. Kobe Simpson in the 21K. Carson Garrett coming around lap number 1, 5th quick at a 20.391, 203.91 seconds for the driver, the number 15. Kobe Simpson, 10th quick at a 21.322. Ran with us at Winter Dirt Games to start off the season. Ran a combination of USAC and ASCS Elite Non-Wing Series, currently 3rd with the USAC Wholesale Battery Series. Carson Garrett comes around lap number 2. Quick time, 19.918. 19.918 seconds for Carson Garrett in 15. 15 starts, 1 top 5 and 5 top 10 finishes. And he goes quick time so far in this one. Carson Garrett in the 15. Next two drivers onto the clay. Out of Ione, California, the NOS Energy Drink, Boat Foundation, MPV Express, Top Industries, ProSource, Indy Custom Stone, Kistler Power and Max at number 4. This is Justin Grant. Justin Grant in the 4. He is joined by the driver to Phoenix, Arizona, the Avanti Windows and Doors, Stanton Powered, Spike Chassis, CK Electric, Yaley Racing, Glenn Stires Racing number 2. This is J.J. Yaley. Our Charger last night, 23rd to 10th, his first top 10 since 2009 at Terre Haute. As Justin Grant comes around lap number 1, second quick, 20.009 seconds for last night's feature winner. It was career win number 50 with the USAC AMSOIL Sprint Car National Championship. 34 times he has been the quick qualifier with the National Sprint Series. Does he have it on lap number 2? He does. Quick time for Justin Grant, 19.769. 19.769 seconds for Justin Grant. J.J. Yaley, lap number 2, puts him to 9th quick at a 25.76. 2:05.76 seconds for J.J. Yaley. But Justin Grant takes over the top of the boards at a 19.769. Jaden Rogers at speed to the back straightway. He's out of Worthington, Indiana. He pilots the Lifestyle Homes, Michael Dutcher Motorsports, Griffin's Propane ProSource, Parallax Motorsports, Midwest Dyno Services, Evan Jackson Powered Max at number 17 GP. He's going to be joined by Xavier Doney. He's out of Odessa, Missouri, in the Motorhaven RV and Boat Storage, Stanton Racing Engine, Shanae Lawson Chassis, Design Source Flooring, Able Group number 74. Picking up a win at Lakeside Speedway on May 10th. Wing and wingless runs so far this season. Visited Knoxville earlier this year to try to get tuned up a little bit. That was on May 11th, had a 10th place finish in the B main. He was 6th last night. As the field coming around, Jaden Rogers 10th quick on his opening lap, 20.981. Xavier Doney 7th quick at a 24.15. Jaden Rogers coming off a turn number 4. 17th last night in feature event finish. 21.614, lap number 2, a little bit slower. Lap number 1, a 29.81. As Xavier Doney, lap number 2, better, 5th quick at a 22.75, 2:02.75 seconds for the driver of the number 74 machine. Drivers out to the speedway now include the driver to Troy, Ohio, the Evolution Coatings and Automotive Myers DRC Chassis, Ideal Auto Sales, Roof America number 1H. That's going to be Corbin Hayslett. Corbin Hayslett on track in the 1H. He is joined by Mitchell Moles. He's out of Raisin City, California, the AME Electrical, Messiah Valley Transportation, Walker Filtration, Stanton Spike, Any Race Parts, Right Bolt Underwood Motorsports number 19 AZ. 7th place finish last night, a preliminary competition. Comes around at lap number 1, 11th quick at a 20.856 second lap. Hayslett coming around in his opening lap, going to go 12th quick at a 29.41. So 11th and 12th on the charts, currently on track. Moles at a 28.56. Comes around lap number 2, improves to 7th quick at a 23.29, 2:03.29 seconds for Moles. Hayslett coming around. And better on time, not position, 29.33, still 12th quick for the 1H. Kevin Thomas Jr. pushing out to the Knoxville Raceway out of Coleman, Alabama, driving the Inferno Armor, Lynch Machining, Lucas Oil Center, Stanton Mach 1 Chassis, Eddie Gilstrap Motors, Rocksteady Racing, number 3R. He'll be joined by Logan Calderwood. He's out of Goodyear, Arizona, driving the MP Environmental One-Way Performance Racing Engine, Triple X Chassis, JFM Shurcan, JST Shock Technologies, number 73. Through the warm-up lap we go, now on the clock. Kevin Thomas Jr., over 400 career starts with the USAC AMSOIL Sprint Car National Championship, has 41 career victories. 15 A-feature starts so far this season, a pair of wins, 5 podiums, 8 top 5s, and a dozen top 10 finishes. For the driver, the number 3R, going to be 12th quick on lap number 1, a 20.578 second lap, 20.578 seconds. Calderwood, 18th quick at a 21.381, 21.381 seconds. So Kevin Thomas, heavy on the pedal off of turn number 4, improves to 9th quick at a 20.432. And Calderwood, a 29.98 improvement for him, going to go to 15th quick. Last night's quick qualifier out to the Speedway at a Greenfield, Indiana. Drive the Altos Power Equipment, Valvoline, Hornbeck Concrete, One-Way Power, DRC Chassis, Highsmith Guns, BGE Darty Motorsports number 15X. This is CJ Leary. CJ Leary in the 15. He's going to be joined by the driver they call the Madman, Robert Ballou at Rockland, California. The Suburban Subaru, Deaton's Waterfront Services, Donna Power, DRC Chassis, Factory Kane, Amy Gardner Roofing, Dragonfly Aviation, Hinchman Indy Racewear, number 12. 4 wins on the season for Robert Ballou, just coming off of a $10,000 payday at the Josh Burt Memorial. Second time he has won that event down at Bloomington Speedway. That was on May 24th. First win of the season was April 6th at Lawrenceburg. As we get a look at last night's quick qualifier, comes around lap number 1, 4th quick at a 21.95. Ballou 10th quick at a 23.96. 15 starts on the season for Leary, has 1 win, 4 podiums, 10 top 5s, and a dozen top 10 finishes. Comes around lap number 2 to 2nd quick. CJ Leary, 19.863, 19863 seconds. Robert Ballou, a little bit slower. Lap number 2, 26.67, a 23.96 will be his best attempt. Currently 10th quick. So Justin Grant, quickest so far to 19.769. CJ Leary, 19.863. Carson Garrett at a 19.918. Jake Swanson, 20.027. And Kyle Cummins currently 5th quick at a 22.45. Just a few drivers left to qualify. On the track now, out of Nixa, Missouri, the CarQuest All Metal Recycling, Claxton DRC Chassis, Shriners Children's Hospital number 44. This is Wesley Smith. And he is joined by Eric Scholes. He is out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The Elite Trucking, Woodkey Powered, Shanae Lawson Chassis, Rich's Oil, Sioux Empire Cleaners, number 38. Wesley Smith currently 8th in points with the USAC, Wholesale Batteries, Midwest Wingless Racing Association. 15th quick on lap number 1, a 20.791 second lap. He leads the points with the PowerEye Wingless Auto Racing League. Rough finish last night, 26th place after getting upside down. Scholes is 22nd quick in his opening lap, 21.428 seconds. And Smith better on time on lap number 2, still 15th fastest so at a 26.40. And Scholes getting her a little bit squirrely up over the cushion there. And slower, 22.135 on lap number 2. On the Speedway now, out of Center California, the MPV Express, Abacus Racing, Stanton DRC Chassis, Indy Custom Sewn, CGCPAs, Dozers, Nuts and Bolts, Vortech Marketing, Fatheads, Rockwell Security, number 57. This is Logan Seavey. Logan Seavey in the 57. Joining him is Dason Persley at Locust Grove, Oklahoma, the Apache Transport, Oakcraft, Elegant Cabinetry, Auto Strap Chalk, Amsoil, Beaver Stripes, RSS Industries, number 21, AZ. Logan Seavey going to be 5th quick on lap number 1. Best finish in his Knoxville career coming last night with an 8th place run. He was 9th in 2020. A little bit sore lap number 2, a 22.57. Lap number 1, a 22.24. Dason Persley had a 22.85, 8th quick on lap number 1. And he's going to improve to 5th quick. Takes it away from Seavey with a 20.031 second lap. As Dason Persley on a little bit of a streak here. 3rd straight podium. Coming last night. Finished 9th in this event 1 year ago. Final driver on track is out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, driving the Telstar Technologies. Davis Brothers, Fatheads, Hobson family, rider, Triple X chassis number 69. He is a 4-time winner here at the Knoxville Raceway. It's the Macho Man, Brady Bacon. Brady Bacon on track Wins coming in 2011, swept in 2019, and then 2020. Went to victory lane in 8 starts. He has 7 top 5 finishes, 15 A-main starts on the season, 1 win, 7 podiums, just as many top 5s, and 10 top 10 finishes. Runner-up last night here at the Knoxville Raceway. Comes around 4th quick on lap number 1. 19.948 seconds for the 4-time USAC National Sprint Car Champion. Looking for quick time number 50. Currently 4th on the grid right now. He has 54 career victories with the USAC AMSOIL Sprint Car National Championship. Going to bring it off at turn number 4. Does he have the speed to take it? He does. Quick time, Brady Bacon, 19.708 for the Macho Man. He may be the Macho Man, but Ric Flair would say, woo, that's fast. Fifth quick tonight, Jake Swanson. 4th, Carson Garrett. 3rd, CJ Leary. 2nd, Justin Grant. And the quickest man so far here tonight, topping Honest Abe Roofing qualifying out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the Telstar Technologies, Davis Brothers, Fatheads, Hobson Family, Dynamic Incorporated, number 69. Race fans, give him a hand, Brady Bacon. Second night in a row, Richie coming over and confirming. A driver getting his 50th career quick qualifying time, and he is the 5th driver in USAC AMSOIL National Sprint Car history to do so.
Quickly getting in here, fans. Section D, row 15. You have won a couple free bags of Casey's popcorn. Section D, row 15. You've won free Casey's popcorn. And you'll see Aaron coming up and finding you here in just a few moments.
Well, Brian, Brady Bacon is in the first heat with the Wing 410s, so he is not going to be able to make it out for a quick time interview this time. But a couple of fun facts for you. This is Brady Bacon's 50th career Honest Abe Roofing Fast Time Award, which means that he reties CJ Leary for 4th all time. So that battle continues to ensue right before our eyes at the Knoxville Raceway. So Brady Bacon, who was 2nd on your podium last night for night number 1 of the Avanti Windows and Doors Corn Belt Clash at Knoxville, he is your Honest Abe Roofing Fast Qualifier tonight. We're going to make our efforts to catch up with him in just a little bit.
So having to switch gears and make his way over into the Hink machine to get ready for his heat race. We'll have opening ceremonies coming up here in just a moment. The illustrious Mike Roberts roaming the Casey's victory lane. Hi, Mike.